In this video, I'm going to be doing HackerRank's Birthday Cake Candles, and let's see what this is. So you are in charge of the cake for a child's birthday. You have decided the cake will have one candle for each year of their total age. They will only be able to blow out the tallest of the candles. Count how many candles are the tallest. Here is the example input, and we have 4 numbers. Maximum height of the candles are 4 units high. There are 2 of them, so return 2. Okay, so in this, all you're doing is getting the biggest number, the biggest integer in the array, and then you're counting how many of those exist. So in this case, the biggest integer is 4, and there are 2 4s, so you would return 2. So that seems simple enough. In this case, the input is these 4 numbers. The biggest number is 3. There's 2 3s, so you return 2. Okay, and it's not ordered. So I think an easy way to do this would be, you could sort it, but I think an easier way, you could just iterate through the whole array, find the max value, and then count how many times that max value appears in the array, and then return that value. So, okay, let's go here. And this function accepts an array of candles. Okay, so write code here. Let's see, so we need the max value. So max value, set it, initialize it to 0, and then what else do we need? We need the count. We need to count how many times the max value appears. We'll just call that count, initialize it to 0. We do need to loop through the array. So the array is candles. And so let's go ahead and find the max value by saying, so if the current candles, if the current value in the array is greater than the current max value, then we need to set the max value to be the current value. Candles. So that's going to loop through that, and that's going to give me the max value of the array. And then once we get the max value, we need to see how many times that occurs in the array. So actually, we could just loop. It's probably not the best solution, but it should work. This is just kind of like a brute force solution. So we need to loop through that array again. So we loop through once, we get the max value. Then we need to check how many times that max value occurs in the array and keep track of that. And then we return that value. So in the end, we're going to return the count. And we're going to say if the current value, candles I, is equal to the max value, then what we need to do is we need to increment the count. And I think that should work. So let's go ahead and test that out. Okay, let's do the other test. Yeah, so it's simple enough, that works. However, there's probably a better way to solve this by just iterating through the array once. So in this case, we iterate through the whole array twice. So how could we solve this to do it once? So let's say, I think we could just put this logic back into this loop right here. And let's just go ahead and comment this out for now. And then, so we need to reset that to 0 whenever we find a new max value. And then, actually That might work. Let's test this. Okay, that works. Let's test other test cases. Okay, yeah, simple enough. So actually, we only needed to iterate through the whole array once, and yeah, every time we check for the max value, and if the current value in the array is bigger than the current max value, we reset the count and set the max value to the current value, and then we just check how many times that occurs, and every time that occurs, we increment the count and then return it. So simple enough.